Very good evening to one and all. So today this class is for class 9 tissues. So in the previous class we have seen about different kinds of tissue. We have gone through epithelial tissues, we have gone through muscular tissue, and several other things also we have seen regarding tissues. Today this chapter is for skeletal connective tissue. Last class we have seen adipose tissue, areolar tissue and all. So this class is for skeletal connective tissue. Now break this words. Already the word is broken. You just break this word skeletal, connective and tissue. Now so what is skeletal? Means the inner framework of the body. Connective, having a connection, and what is tissue? The tissue which is doing the connection. Skeletal, the inner framework of the body. Connective, which is connecting. What is tissue? The tissue which is responsible for this connectivity. Okay, now I hope you can understand this. So with this note we will start today's topic. The skeletal connective tissue is actually the inner framework of our body. So what happens here? The skeletal connective tissue is of two types: cartilage and bone. Now, so before going to this, what is the main role of skeletal connective tissue? Now, before going to the skeletal connective tissue, what is skeleton? The inner framework of the body which gives our body a proper shape, a regular size to our body, a regular shape to our body. Because of that we can stand, we can do our work, we can walk, we can run, we can jump. Now imagine a body without skeleton system. It is just like a lump of flesh. This skeletal system only provides a proper framework in our body. And here what happens, this skeletal system, presence of this skeletal system has now distinguished itself into two parts, that is the cartilage and the bone. Now, starting with cartilage. What is cartilage? You can feel your cartilage. The tip of the nose, the ears. Many of us, when we are just youngsters, we used to just play with our ears like this, right? Just to feel the cartilage. This is what the flexibility of the cartilage. Even the nose over here is also flexible. Why? Because this is made up of cartilage. What is cartilage? Cartilage is the soft tissue. It is soft. That's why it is flexible. Its presence in our ear makes the pinna, the outer ear, flexible, makes the tip of the nose flexible. Now, apart from this, now when we had a depth study of cartilage, what we found, the cartilage's outer cover is made up of perichondrium. 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 The outer covering of the cartilage is made up of perichondrium. On viewing the cartilage in a regular basis, we found the cartilage is made up of matrix. That is, I have written over here matrix. It is having the chondrocyte, the cells of the cartilage, as well as it is also having the chondrin and the lacunae or lacuna. One by one we shall go through it properly. Now, in the matrix of the cartilage, we can find, what is matrix of the cartilage? Matrix of the cartilage is the space present inside the cartilage which is having the cell known as chondrocyte. Chondrocyte. Now anyone is asking what is chondrocyte, we must say abruptly, the chondrocytes are the cells present in the cartilage which allows the cartilage to grow properly, which allows the cartilage to do its function regularly. That is chondrocyte. Now outer covering, this covering of the cartilage is known as perichondrium. Inside the chondrocytes is present and it is also having matrix. What is this matrix is doing? The matrix is actually the space in the cartilage where all the things are residing. Now, this matrix is made up of chondrin. What is chondrin? A protein-sugar complex. Now, just have a brief idea. First, perichondrium. Inside the perichondrium, what? Matrix. Matrix is made up of chondrin. Chondrin is having protein and sugar complex. Again I am repeating, outer covering of the cartilage, perichondrium. Inside the perichondrium, matrix is found. The matrix itself is made up of chondrin, and chondrin itself is composed of protein and sugar. And the presence of chondrocyte in the cartilage makes the cartilage very much soft, smooth and very much functional. apart from this, the cartilage is also having lacunae. This part is the lacunae. Lacuna is the singular and lacunae is the plural form. Lacuna singular, lacunae plural. Now, this lacunae is actually the fluid filled space. This lacunae is the fluid filled space. Cartilage is a living tissue. Bone is also a living tissue. Cartilage is also a living tissue. Now, the lacunae present over here in the cartilage allows the cartilage to eliminate the waste material, and it also helps to absorb water as well as oxygen for the proper functioning of the cartilage. I hope it's clear for you in the cartilage. Now, next is the bone. Bone is quite complex as compared to that of cartilage. Cartilage is quite simpler, but bone is quite complex. But before going to the bone, let us have a brief discussion on the function of the cartilage. Cartilage is soft, that's the reason why it is flexible. It is not at all rigid. Since it is soft and flexible, that's why its connection to the other muscles and to the other bones is very much elastic. Its wearing and tearing is very less. Its wearing and tearing is very less because it is having elasticity. Now, going to the next, the bone. The bone is made up of two cells. Like cartilage was having one cell, chondrocyte. Bone is made up of two cells, osteoblasts and osteocytes. Both are the cells present in the bones. Different kinds of cell. Structurally they are different, but functioning is same. So osteoblast and osteocytes are the two cells present in the bone. Now, on seeing the bone in a depth way, what we found? See, very interesting. The bone is having an outer layer, cement layer known as periosteum. The outer layer of the bone is known as the cement layer. I have written here, the outer layer is the cement layer. This cement layer consists of the covering, like perichondrium is the outer covering of the cartilage, periosteum is the outer covering of the bone. Now, on going into the depth, what we found? The bone is having lamellae. Lamellae means layers present in the bone. Different kind of layers present in the bone. Several layers. So, periosteum is the outer part. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 layers are there inside the bone. After the periosteum or after the periosteum or after the cement layer also, you can say that there are 4 layers in the general bones. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 layers are there in the bone. So, apart from the presence of the cement layer or the periosteum, there are 4 more layers. Each layer is having their several roles. Now, these layers are known as lamellae. The several layers of the bones are known as lamellae. Now, apart from lamellae, the bone is also having the lacuna. This lacuna consists of the osteocytes and the osteoblasts, as mentioned earlier. The osteocytes and the osteoblasts, what are they? They are the cells of the bones which divides rapidly and repair itself rapidly for the growth of the bones. Now, so lacuna is having the osteocytes and the osteoblasts for the bone. Here, the lacuna or lacunae is having the chondrocytes for the cartilage. I hope it's clear. Now, the bone is having Haversian canal here at the center. Haversian canal. This Haversian canal is playing a major role. Cartilage does not have any blood vessels or any nerve endings or any lymph vessel. But the bones do have blood vessels, either 1 or 2 blood vessels or a lymph vessels, or it may also have the nerve cells endings. But cartilage does not have all this. But due to the presence of this Haversian canal, the bone is having blood vessels, nerves and the lymph. Now next is the canaliculi. Canaliculi is the small cytoplasmic processes. Small cytoplasmic processes which is coming out from the osteocytes, from the cells of the bone. That is canaliculi. And its major function is just connecting one osteocyte to the other osteocyte. Very fine, means microscopic branches, thread-like structures. These thread-like structures what I have drawn here, black ones, these are the canaliculi. Now, apart from this, the bone is having water, organic material as well as inorganic material. Water is 10 to 20%, organic matter 24 to 36%, inorganic material 48 to 63%. And bone is the rich source of calcium, magnesium and phosphate. That's the reason why it is always asked that to drink milk a lot. Why? So that the milk is having especially calcium and phosphorus at a bulk, which will allow the bone to grow and have a healthy bone. Apart from this, when we are speaking about the lacuna and the canaliculi, they are interrelated. How? The lacuna receives, as I have said you in the cartilage also, the lacuna receives the water and the oxygen. Here, the lacuna will also receive for bone also water and oxygen for the bones also, as well as it will metabolize the histiocytes and the histoblast, and the waste material will be given out through the canaliculi. So see how nicely it is functioning as a living tissue. Rupturing of this lacuna or canaliculi will make the bone very much soft. Will make the bone very much soft. And the bone cannot metabolize. And that time, two kinds of bones disease affect the human beings, especially osteoporosis and osteomalacia. Not Malaysia, the Asian country. It is not like that. Okay. Osteomalacia. Osteoporosis and the osteomalacia. Porosis means the pores in the bone will become deeper and deeper and it will cause immense pain. And osteomalacia means the bone will become very much tender, soft. Porosis means the pore will grow deeper and deeper. And in osteomalacia, what will happen? The bone will tend to become very much softer due to the lack of vitamin D as well as due to aging. So I hope these things are clear to you. Now, what happens when the person grows elderly? After the age of 65 or 70 years, the osteoporosis is a very basic disease in today's world. Why? Because of lack of vitamin D in the body, and due to the lack of digestive system. Lack of digestive system means poor digestive system for the human beings, those who cannot synthesize vitamin D and calcium out of the milk, and the bones will tend to become more towards osteoporosis or osteomalacia. That's the reason why what happens, the old peoples, they are having weaker bones because of lack of mineral. Now, the bone is the rich source of minerals like calcium, phosphate and magnesium. So more the calcium, phosphate and magnesium is there in our body, more the bones will be healthier. I hope you will understand through this video. Please match it with your text, and if any doubts, you can comment and you can ask.